our last hope in this mission we have codenamed Career Quest.
How did it go? Lost again? Too bad you couldn't use your air cleats.
Phew, Alex, take a sauna. You stink.
Is it really that bad? Just another sign of Mercedes.
So what's on TV, Mark?
Nothing. You think with over 100 channels to program for, they have something decent on TV.
I regret that. Hang on, Michael. Let me get you in 3D.
Got another mission for us?
Hi, Ashley. Hello, Alex.
Yeah. Hi, what's our mission?
You guys lose more manners every day, don't you?
Don't mind him, Michael. He's just mad because his team lost again.
Again? Isn't that the third time in a row?
Don't remind me. Sorry to interrupt, but I believe you were going to tell us about our first mission.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. It's a shame, too. These transmissions are costing us about $50 a minute. Of course, that's after 7. It's about 4, so it's in the 7, so it's in the $75 rate.
The mission?
Oh yeah, Mark, you'll be going to interview lawyers.
Good. I'll stay behind. Okay, so what should I morph into?
Oh, nothing formal.
Okay. Morphotron, activate. Computer, energize.
Oh, come on in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming to see me today.
My name is Ryan. I'm from Doyle Ryder.
Ryan, Doyle Ryder? Well, that's a great school. Are those the Fighting Dragons?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're here.
What kind of training does it take for this job?
Well, to be an attorney, a practicing attorney in the state of Michigan, you have to have an undergraduate degree from an accredited university, and you have to then go to law school for 3 years and get a degree from law school. In the old days, you could just go and read law at a law office and then try to take a competitive exam to become an attorney.
What's the best part of the job?
The best part of the job, in my humble opinion, is the fact that you're your own boss and you can do what you want to do, and you can take the clients that you want to take, and then you can apply your practice to helping those clients. Because after all, you know, lawyers are public servants.
What's the worst part of the job?
The worst part of the job is dealing with people who are irrational and who will not listen to the rule of law, the rule of logic, or good sense. Okay? An average day in my life consists of doing a number of conferences, legal research, reviewing cases, preparing cases for trial, and actually trying the case when the need arises. That's one of the problems with the practice of law, because it does take a lot of hours. If you have a 9-to-5 legal job, like some of the lawyers have and judges have, then it's a 9-to-5 job. But unfortunately, in the zealous pursuit of justice for your client, it sometimes is not a 9-to-5 job, and it can be an average of 40 or 50 hours a week.
How do you prepare for a trial?
Well, I'll tell you what you do. You work very hard doing that. Before the matter gets to trial, we have to prepare what's called a mediation summary. The summary is presented before the mediation panel, and the panel determines whether the case has got merit or not, and then makes an award. The award is not binding. That means that they don't have to accept it. But for example, when we prepare a case for a mediation, without revealing the name of my client, I can show you the copious amount of work that we have to do for every case just to prepare it for a mediation summary. So you can imagine how much time and effort it takes to prepare one for trial. We take what's called a deposition, and again I have to do it this way because I don't want to reveal anyone's names because of privilege. But what we do is we take a deposition, We have to then summarize the deposition and prepare it for our presentation before the jury. And this takes a great deal of time and effort if it goes to the jury or we have to prepare it for mediation. You'll see on this particular one there's all kinds of exhibits. See, A through E or L actually in exhibits and various information that we want people to read and review in making their determination. We have to prepare a case that way. It takes a lot of time to prepare a case for trial. We have a staff of investigators and people that we'll hire. We have expert witnesses that we'll hire in particular types of cases. Product liability cases, we hire a type of witness. Accident reconstructionists, we hire in an automobile crash. Boating accidents, we'll hire a particular expert. I've had many experts who I've had to hire to give their opinion to a reasonable degree of scientific certainty as to a particular fact involved in litigation. And it's important that you put your best foot forward. But the central purpose of this process is not ever to tell a lie. It's to tell the absolute truth and to discover the absolute truth, because you see sometimes people see things differently in different lights. But the true meaning of justice is to discover the truth, and to pursue justice is to pursue the truth.
What happens if you lose a case?
Well, if I lose a case, my client shoots me. No. If I lose a case, I lose a case. I mean, these cases are not cut and dry. That's why the people pay you to do your best, and you're a professional. But as in a professional football game, just like the Minnesota Vikings, they were supposed to win last week, but they didn't. Those things happen. That's the risk you take when you go to trial. That's why it's important to try to understand and recognize the importance of compromise, of settling your disputes without the necessity of a jury, because you just never know what a jury is going to do.
Have you ever lost a case?
Okay, a couple of things I want to say about if I lose a case, nothing happens. I do the best I can. I could appeal the case and go to a higher court if I felt that the judge did some error. But, and have I ever lost a case? Well, of course I have. There are plenty of attorneys that lose cases all the time. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. My only comment to that, though, is that I can try a case 10 times with the same set of facts and come up with 10 different results depending on the jury. That's why the jury process is such an important one, to pick fair and impartial jurors that are willing to understand and recognize and apply the rule of law, jurors that are not interested in biased, prejudiced, or putting their position of themselves ahead of the rule of law. In other words, being able to issue and properly dispense fair and impartial justice.
What would you do if the person you were defending was guilty?
I was a public defender, which means that I would defend those who could not afford an attorney in criminal matters. And my job was to zealously protect their legal rights, not to advocate a lie, or not to sponsor a lie, but to protect their legal rights. And if a person tells me that they're innocent and the evidence is overwhelming that they're guilty, okay, I have to make doggone sure that his rights were not trampled on to get to that end point of guilt, and I have to do my best to advocate his position of innocence, which sometimes is very difficult. But if ordered to do so that this person has that great right of having an attorney, which is implicit or exacting in our system of justice for all, and as part of our Constitution of the United States and part of the Bill of Rights, then I'm going to do it if judge orders me to do it, but I'm going to do it in an honest and forthright and dignified manner. I'm not going to lie for the guy. Okay. I'll never do that.
I have one more question.
But of course I can't tell you who my clients were, because that would not be proper, because my clients consult with me, and it's their privilege when they consult with me. Now, for example, if someone comes in and consults with me, I am not to reveal that they even consulted with me without their permission. So I can't divulge to you who I've had for clients. I can tell you that I've had some very interesting clients over the 30 years I've been practicing law, and I've enjoyed it very much. Do you know do you know how exciting it is, though, to represent a poor person? It's very exciting because you're seeing real justice, not dollar justice. In other words, the more money, the bigger the mouthpiece type thing. But the fact that all Americans are entitled to equal protection of the law, and it's important to me to represent the little guy as well as the big guy. And that shouldn't be a consideration for the attorney who wants to do justice and wants to walk as a public servant doing his job every day. Now, sometimes it's impossible for me to represent the little guy because I can't afford it, or my law firm can't afford it. But I try my best to reach out to all segments, and so do all lawyers. Their mission is to try to do justice for all and do the best they can. Even volunteer their services at times.
What's the salary for this job?
Lawyers' average salary in the state of Michigan would be something in the range of $40,000 to $50,000, which is very low in the scheme of things. In the particular area of the law that I pursue, which is personal injury practice, it is customary for lawyers to be working on what's called a no recovery, no fee basis. However, many lawyers work on an hourly basis, and there are lawyers available who will work on an hourly basis rather than a no recovery, no fee, or contingency fee basis. Many lawyers work by the hour, and they charge so much an hour, and they keep track of their time. But in my particular area, it's probably the greater amount of attorneys work on an hourly, on a no recovery, no fee basis.
My friend. First of all, the most important thing that ever happened to a law office was a computer. Now these computers right here, it's a little one, but these computers have a lot of information on them that are going to help me do my job. The most important thing that ever happened to a law office is that you'll notice I don't have very many books up there, do I? And you know that books and law are synonymous. There are thousands and millions of volumes of law books. Now, where do I keep all my cases? Do you have any? I'm going to show you where I keep all my cases. On these discs. This group of discs, there's 10 discs here. 10 discs, okay? This, if we had the books that were on this disc, we could not walk in this room. Because those books would be up to the ceiling. And there wouldn't be any room for my desk or anything else because it's all on these discs. So it's very important that you learn how to use a computer so that you can do your legal research when you become a lawyer by using your discs or by using the internet, because more and more things are coming across the internet that you can hook into that are legally related, and that's why we have this cord here, because we can use the internet.
Telephone line.
Exactly. And that's very, very important. The other thing, of course, is a printer, so I can print out the opinions if I have to brief the case for the judge. A television set and a radio, so I can find out what's going on in this world, which is very important for attorneys. A calculator, so I can tell my clients how much money or the lack thereof they're going to get. A telephone, which you'll see a lot, communication is done. And you'll notice that we've got a lot of lines coming in here because we talk a lot on the phone, unfortunately. Let's see, what else do we have here that's of some significance? Well, let's see, we have dictators, so we can talk to them and do our dictation rather than have to write it out. We have cellular telephones. I'd like to do without this cellular telephone because this is a pain in the neck, because what happens is that you're constantly talking to people. This is good for settling cases and resolving conflict, but it becomes extremely expensive to use on a daily basis, and we find ourselves in our rush to do our work sometimes relying on these. We also have files, very important files, because all of our clients, we always make files. So our whole office here consists of a lot of files. You'll notice how many papers are all over the room, because those are the things that we're doing. We're working on cases with these files. Okay? And it's sensitive material. I can't show you any of that. Let me show you, let's see, what else can we show you? Oh, okay, another very important tool for a lawyer is a camera. You gotta have, in my business, you gotta have a camera. We take pictures of everything. We take pictures of cracks in the sidewalk. We take pictures of snow and ice that hasn't been removed within a reasonable period of time. We take pictures of clients with injuries. We take pictures of scenes of car crashes. That's part of our job, is to get pictures. Well, I hope I answered all your questions, Ryan, and thank you for coming. If you have any more questions or concerns, you call me anytime. Thank you. So long.
Computer, laptop.
What are you working on?
Oh, nothing. I just have some social studies homework to do.
Too bad there's a good movie on tonight.
Don't you worry, we're getting dumber each day we stay here. No, but even if we were, we would still be enough smarter than these kids. At least we can afford being a little dumber. True, but now we have to worry about growing up. I'll be in my room.
Hi, Mike. Hi, this is Career Quest behind the scenes. And we're going to show you the actors. First, I'm going to show you Ashley. Then, here comes Alex. And then, here's Samantha. And where is Mark?
Hi. We're the Career Quest
And I'm
actors.
Michael. I'm Michael.
And we're the Career Quest actors. We're going to take you on a 10-minute behind-the-scenes tour of our clubhouse.
Oh, can I have some credits here? Credits to Mr. C. Hi. Well, I just want to say hi, Marshall. He's a nice guy, and he's a tall man. Thank you. He's like Mighty Joey.
I'm gonna get credit to the cameraman.
Yeah, my compliments.
Okay, enough credits. We're starting on script 2. So let's look at script 2, folks,
We're
here.
about to start our script 2, everyone. We're the best people in the world. Oh, it's a funny little face. This is what we call a script. And it has
Okay, well, let's turn to script 2. Okay, this is the second part of script 2 that we're looking at right now. Okay. We start by reading through the scripts. While we're doing that, let's show them a little bit of what the rest of the room looks like. This is the actual rest of our room.
Mr. Brooks,
This is our room, and this is where we get our clothes, and we put it big. And this is our special room where we practice reading our script. Thank you.
Okay, well,
I'll show them the secret door.
okay, you want to see the secret door from behind here. Okay, quickly. Don't want to waste a lot of time. So have script 2 ready so we can.
And here's our secret door.
This is where someone stands behind here and opens the door so it looks like we're going up.
Yeah, and this is where we enter into our clubhouse, which is really Mr. Burroughs' classroom. Yes. Yeah. And this is where my computer and all of that, where I type in our codes, and all of my Mark and Ashley help me out, and this is how we make Michael come out in 3D.
Computer.
Okay, let's read the part of script 2 that we're going to start on.
And
Okay.
this is my Mortal Kombat game. Thank you.
That's my Mortal Kombat game. That's
And
your
my
Mortal
Mortal Kombat game. So now we're gonna read through our scripts. Script 2, first page. Sorry, Page 7, I mean. Thank you. Now what? 10 minutes?
Samantha?
Say something.
It was a joke.
No, we're not starting there.
Yes, we are. Page 7.
Starting on page 7. Down at the bottom when you guys come back.
See?
Act 2. Should I call Michael?
Call Michael? Wait. Sure, remember? Sure, but remember to use the code.
What code?
199 collect.
Where do you guys girls pick up this stuff?
Glad you made it back. Did Alex tell you they had a bit? Did Samantha tell you that?
Ashley!
Did Ashley tell you had a visitor while you was gone?
Excuse me, but this is our practice. Oh shoot, wait a minute.
Y'all ain't got to be hollering.
Hey, why don't you be quiet? Michelle, that's okay.
Michael.
Michael! There's a blooper.
Okay, why is that different now? What happened?
Our recently girl, Jessica, she was Michelle. She went to Hawaii. She had to go Hawaii
Okay.
first. Stop lying.
She got Hawaii.
break.
She got sick and then she quit afterwards. What was happening?
You weren't here when we
Okay,
said.
so we wrote, so we changed the script and we placed her with Michael. now. Okay.
Michael, but the
Okay, go and keep reading here now.
Alright, one of the girls from your class followed Ashley to the park.
Oh God!
Did she see the
One of the girls from your class came to the park looking for Alex.
Yeah, but he read it wrong though. He didn't change
No,
it.
it was Ash.
Alex.
Oh.
Booty.
Okay. One of the girls from your class followed. One of the girls from your classroom followed Alex to the park.
Oh, did she see the clubhouse?
Of course not. It was close. All she did was walk around a bit and call his name. Ooh. Cut it out, Mike. You can't lie.
Okay, cut. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to put the scripts away. We're going to try the beam in. I'll show them how the beam in is done. We need to have the two girls on the set ready to do something. Eric's off the set right now.
Get out. Do something like what?
Well, you were doing something when they come back, okay? We need the door closed. The chairs need to be out of the way. Hey, we got 3 minutes. Close the back door, please.
Get out my way,
Close the back door, please. The two girls should be on the set working on something when the two boys are about to beam in.
Yeah, can we practice on our practice?
Stand by.
Here we go.
Okay, get ready to freeze. Okay, let's clear the chairs out of the way. Clear the chairs out of the way.
Move the chairs. Don't be watching TV or something. Yeah, let's play.
Well, TV's off.
Let me show you how tap is done.
Cruz, we step to the side, please.
That show's not like tap.
Stand by. Cruz, you need to step off to the side, please. Girls, prepare to freeze.
Okay, can I say, this is our...
Cruz, step out, please. Thank you.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Girls, what were you doing? Okay.
I'm a
Working on
practice
something.
dancing. We were talking. We were practice fighting. Then we play it.
Cruz, stop, please. And Ryan, stop, please. Okay, get ready to freeze. Okay, in 5, 4, 3. And freeze. Boys, step in. Come forward further, please. I can't see you. No, not Ashley. You can't move, Ashley. Okay. Okay, in 5, 4.
Oh, girl, you are like so good.
And cut. Okay, Mark, you come in. You're supposed to say the line. Should I call Michael? However, our time is just about up, sir. Can you come in and tell us our last piece of information we need before we leave?
Okay.
Eric,
I'm coming in.
tell them about what they're supposed to say about the writing us here.
Okay.
Look this way.
Okay. The time's up for the vaccines thing. Now, you can write us at North Saginaw Street at 1020 Dora Ryder Elementary, North Saginaw Street, 485. 4501.
Oh, and remember, class stairs, we're all